Very good morning, everyone. Today we will discuss the esophagus, liver, stomach, pancreas, and the small intestine or the alimentary canal. Okay. Before discussing, we all have to recall what we had learned in our last topic. We all had learned that the human digestive system is made up of the alimentary canal and the digestive gland. In the alimentary canal, we all had discussed that it has many parts from the mouth to the anus. Okay. We already had discussed about the mouth and the buccal cavity. So let's discuss the esophagus today. The mouth and the buccal cavity will open into a tube, and that tube is called the esophagus. That tube is called the esophagus. That esophagus is about 25 centimeter long. How much it is long? 25 centimeter. And where it is located? It lies behind the windpipe. Windpipe, you can say that from which the air will go inside. So behind that pipe, esophagus or food pipe located. Okay. And what is the function of this food pipe? The food that you swallow, the food that you swallow in your mouth, that food will go into stomach with the help of this esophagus. Okay, because that esophagus will open into the stomach. Okay, so we all have discussed about the location and the function of this food pipe. Now, students, one more term is here. And with the help of that process, the food will pass into the whole alimentary canal. Okay, with the help of that process, the food will pass into the whole alimentary canal. And what is that process? That is the peristalsis. What is that? Peristalsis. So let's know it. What is it? Suppose this is the food pipe. Okay, and in this food pipe, the food is here. Okay, after some time, the food will get enter here. Okay, in the food pipe, with the help of muscles contraction, the muscles will contract here, and with the help of these muscles contraction, the food will get inside. Okay, so this muscles contraction, with the help of this muscles contraction, the food will pass in that food pipe. Okay, and also in the whole alimentary canal. Okay, this contraction of muscles will go on. Okay, so because of this contraction of muscles, one wave-like structure will form in the whole alimentary canal in the food pipe. Okay, and this, because of this wave-like structure, you can see here, this wave-like structure in the food pipe pushes the food forward. Okay, with the help of this muscles contraction and with the help of this wave-like structure, food will be pushed forward in the food pipe and in the alimentary canal also. Okay, so this wave-like movement is called the peristalsis. What it is called? Peristalsis. Okay. Now, one more definition of peristalsis is given here. Let's discuss it. Waves of muscle contraction. These waves of muscle contraction pass down in the wall of digestive system. In the whole digestive system, this muscle contraction will happen. Okay. Pass down in the wall of digestive system, what it will do, it will push the food and digestive juices through the system. Okay, with the help of this wave-like muscle contraction, our food and the digestive juices will be pushed in our digestive system forward. Okay, so I hope you all have got it. What is peristalsis? Let's revise it again. This peristalsis is the wave-like movement. Okay, is the muscle contraction that happen in the whole digestive system, and with the help of this peristalsis process, our food and the digestive juices will go down, will pass down. Okay, so now we will discuss about the stomach. Now we will discuss the stomach here. We already had discussed the esophagus and the peristalsis movement. This food pipe, or you can say esophagus, this will open into a bag-like structure, or you can say sac-like structure, and that structure is called the stomach. Okay, you can see here this stomach is the widest part in all organs. Okay, this stomach is the widest part of this alimentary canal. So in the inner lining of the stomach, you can see here in the inner lining, this is the inner lining of the stomach, many folds are found there. Okay, many folds are present there, and in those folds many glands are there. Okay, what are there? Many glands are there. In these glands, they secretes many things. What they secretes? Many things. They secrete the mucus, they secrete the hydrochloric acid, and they secrete the digestive juices. Okay, so let's revise it again. What is the stomach? Stomach is the bag-like structure, or you can say sac-like structure, and this is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Okay, and in the inner lining of the stomach some folds are found, and in those folds some glands are found there. Okay, these glands secretes many things. In those things they secrete the mucus, and they secrete the HCl, hydrochloric acid, and they secrete some digestive juices. Okay, so what they do, what these mucus, HCl, and digestive juices do, let's see here. This mucus protect the lining of the stomach. The mucus which is secreted here, that will protect the lining of the stomach. Okay, it act like a membrane there. Okay, now hydrochloric acid, what that hydrochloric acid will do? It will kill the bacteria. Okay, it will kill the bacteria. And what are digestive juices? What is the function of these digestive juices? These digestive juices break down the protein into simpler form. Okay, if the protein will go in that stomach in the form of your food, in your food, if the protein will go there, then that protein will be break down into simpler form with the help of the digestive juices which are secreted here in the stomach. Okay, so this is the function of stomach. This is the structure of stomach, and this is the function of this stomach. In the stomach, in the fold, in the gland, these things are secreted, and they help in protecting lining of stomach. They kill the bacteria, and they break down the protein into simpler form. Okay, now we will see the intestine, and also we will see two glands, the gland that is liver and the pancreas. Okay, now students, after the stomach we will learn. Now students, we will discuss about the small intestine. Okay, you all know that we all had discussed about the stomach. This is the bag-like and sac-like structure. Now this bag-like or sac-like structure will open into a highly coiled tube-like structure. Okay, in a highly coiled tube-like structure, and that is called the small intestine. Okay, so this small intestine is long. This is highly coiled. What do you mean by highly coiled here? Because it is turned many times. You can see here it is turned at many places. Okay, it is turned many times. Now that is why it is called highly coiled. Okay, so and it is 7.5 meter long. This small intestine has three parts, and that parts are duodenum, which is the upper part, the middle one is the jejunum, and the last one is the ileum. Okay, it is made up of duodenum, jejunum, and the ileum. These are the parts of the small intestine. Okay, now what is the function of this small intestine? This small intestine secrete the digestive juices, as stomach secrete different type of digestive juices for the digestion of the food. In the same way, this small intestine also secrete many juices which help in the digestion of the food. Okay, beside this function, one more function is here, that they receive the secretion from liver and the pancreas. You can see here, this is the liver here, and this is the pancreas. These two glands secrete different digestive juices, and these juices will be received by this small intestine. Okay, and here the food will be digested and absorbed. One more function is here of the small intestine. Here the absorption of the food will be done. Okay, and this absorption process we will discuss later in a different lecture. Okay, in a separate lecture we will discuss that. So absorption of the food will be done in the small intestine. After then they secrete the digestive juices, and then after they also receive the secretion from the liver and from the pancreas. Okay, so these all are the function of the small intestine. I hope you all have got it. Now we will discuss the liver and the pancreas. We will discuss about these two glands. Now students, after the small intestine, we will discuss the liver here. What we will discuss? Liver. Okay. So in this liver, what is the function of this liver? You can see this is located here. And what is the function of this liver? It secretes the bile juice. What it secretes? The bile juice. Okay. And what is the function of this bile juice? This bile juice will convert the fat into the tiny droplet. Okay. This bile juice will digest the fat and convert it, break down it into the tiny droplets. Okay. And the next function of the bile juice is here, that it neutralizes the action of pancreatic juice. What bile juice will do, if the food is acidic, if the food is more acidic, then the bile juice will act there, okay, and it will make the food basic or the alkaline, or you can say in the soluble form, okay, so that the pancreatic juice can act there. You all know that pancreas is here, and pancreas will also secrete some juices, okay. So for the action of these pancreatic juices, the bile juice will make the food from acidic to basic, okay, from acidic to alkaline, from acidic to soluble form, so that pancreatic juice can act there. So this is the function of bile juice of the liver. Liver secretes the bile juice. That bile juice will convert, will digest the fat, will break down the fat into the tiny droplet, and the bile juice will also will also change the acidic medium of the food to the basic medium, to the soluble medium, okay, so that pancreatic juice can act there, okay. Now we will learn about the pancreas gland that they secrete. Now let's learn about the pancreas. That pancreas is a large cream color gland, okay, and it is located below the stomach. You can see here, below the stomach it is located. Yes, that pancreas is a large cream color gland, and it is located just below the stomach. You can see here, this is the stomach, sac-like structure, and below this stomach the pancreas is located here, okay. What is the function of the pancreas? That it also secretes some pancreatic juices, okay. It secretes some pancreatic juices, and what is the function of that pancreatic juices? That pancreatic juices will digest the carbohydrate and protein into the simpler form. They will break down the carbohydrate and protein into the simpler form. So this is the function of the pancreatic juice, which is secreted from the pancreas, okay. Now students, we all have discussed about the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, liver and the pancreas, okay. After then we have to discuss that how food will be digested in the small intestine and in the stomach, okay, and also we will see that how food will be absorbed in the small intestine. So we will discuss it later. Now one homework is for you. Yes, this is the figure number 2.9, and you have to draw this figure 2.9, and also you have to draw this figure 2.10, okay, peristalsis. So I hope you all have got it. Thank you. Have a good day ahead.